What a deck!
Hello and welcome to What a Deck, where we play troll decks, rogue decks, and whatever the hell I feel like. I'm your host, Hardleg Joe, and today we're looking at Cyber Angel Ultimateness. Now, this is another Patreon-sponsored deck, this time by Ryan Smith, who's the current top donating patron. Pretty nice guy. Give him a shout-out there. A few episodes back, you may remember. And he wanted me to make a Cyber Angel deck, but specifically with Herald of Ultimateness in here, which is kind of hard to summon. Now, this isn't Ultimateness Turbo. That would probably be a little bit more effective deck, but it's really boring to watch. So instead, I went for more Cyber Angels, and also this is here. You can use this as tribute fodder because it has so many stars for any of the Cyber Angels, or you can actually get this out and it becomes more of a stall-type deck. It works both ways. It has multiple win conditions. Should be interesting. If you just want the deck profile, there's a link in the description to a separate video, much shorter, where I'm just going to go over everything in here and explain how it works. Otherwise, I'm doing 10 duels against random opponents on YGOPro. We're going to test this out, I'm going to show how it works, and hopefully, I'll have a little fun. Okie dokie, here we are, first duel versus Antimony 1992. And we're going to go first with this deck, because this deck has the potential to lock down with Herald of Ultimateness. And if you can do that, you want to do that. Unfortunately, we can't make much of anything. Although we have Honest in our hand, which is always a good start. If you're unfamiliar with Honest, here you go. Pause the video, read that. It's a bit tricky. You'll see it in action. Fortunately, we have this petite Cyber Angel too. This will let you grab any of your Cyber Angel rituals or the ritual spell itself. And since we have the monsters, we are going to grab that spell. So right now we could summon our rituals out, but we don't want to because both of these have effects. This Dakini? That's a weird. Again, I don't really remember the names very much. I mostly just look at the pictures. But this one, when it's summoned, you can make your opponent send one monster they control to the graveyard, which is non-targeting, non-destruction removal, but your opponent picks it, so it's meh. And then we have Vrash, or as I call Vrash the Stampede, who, when it's summoned, it's all special summon monsters from the extra deck are destroyed and inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent for each, and if you do destroy at least one monster, this can attack twice. So both of these are good, but both of them are things you want your opponent to have a field for first. Oh, Rebel King Leonidas playing against DDDs, which is pretty neat. But yeah, so we have both of these. Both of them can be good in different situations, but we want to wait for our opponent to have a field first, and then we'll do it. Right now, we just got to put this out. Luckily, we have the Honest, so unless they remove this with some kind of effect, when they attack into it, we're going to be able to destroy them. We'll keep this, and then we can use it as fodder for fusions. Ooh, that's no good. We just got to hope he attacks with Hope Harbinger first. Damn it. A sad state of affairs. Because this can negate a spell once per turn, which is not going to be good for us, because we need both of these spells. In particular, this field spell is really, really good. It's pretty neat. I think that's once per turn. Yeah, once per turn. Okay. So I don't have another spell. So I think, yep, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to try to activate this. He'll probably negate. Yep. But that's fine, because then we can use this Machine Angel Ritual. We'll go ahead and summon Vrash by using Vrash. Bada bingo, when it's summoned, destroy all the monsters, inflict 1,000. And then I can attack twice. Which will almost kill him, not quite. But it'll be close. Bada bingo, bada bango. Down to 700. Not quite a death, but... And of course, they can regenerate pretty quickly, and I've got nothing else. Fortunately, this has a little bit of protection. It's during either player's turn if your opponent would activate an effect that destroys any cards on the field, so it could stop like Twin Twister or like a Raigeki effect. It's a shuffle 1 ritual monster back into the deck. Fortunately, you just set something. And also, I have the Machine Angel ritual itself. If a fairy-type monster... Let's see. I think it's a fairy-type. No, it's if light monsters would be destroyed by battle or card effects, I can banish it from the graveyard instead. So, let's go ahead and get Manju out, and he surrendered, because I just have to deal that little bit of damage. So we got our first win. You can see, like, you can hit pretty hard with this thing. Vrash is kind of a beast. This one's kind of a beast, too, in different ways. Let's go into the second duel and see if we can do a little bit better. Just a little bit. Okie dokie, here we are, second duel versus the Breaker. 4, 4, 4, 4. That's 4 4s. Oh, I get it. Of course, I should point out we got our cool sleeves. They got Vrash with, like, Honest behind them. And, like, the fire, all the fire. Oh, we're playing against some Magispectors. I don't like that. Yeah, that's the Machine Angel ritual in the background there. You can barely see it, but it's there. It's got a little fire. And I should mention that if you want these sleeves, if you like them, if you want the deck file, I have the YDK file. Or I have a custom negation that I made for this. If you want any of those, they're on the Patreon. You donate $1 or more to help out the channel, and you will get not only the files from this deck, but for every deck I've ever made. I also have a monthly Patreon hangout. You get to come to that if you donate $1. You get a lot of things for just $1. There's like updates. I tell about stuff that comes out before it comes out. So there's all that, you know, if you want to help out. And if you don't have the money, that's fine. I understand. You're still cool in my book. I have a Facebook and an Imgur, which should also be linked down in the description. And I post the sleeves once they become a year old. I post them there. So you can get my old sleeves on Facebook and Imgur. You can get new ones on Patreon for $1. And if you just want to like the video, you know, that's cool too. Fortunately, we're going through some shenanigans. Well, I mean, it's not too bad. Because, I mean, yeah, I don't think he can use that effect more than once, so if he summons that back out again, he's not going to get another, thing. Although, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he did put, yep, Kieran. And unfortunately, Kieran is just one of those things, like, I don't think I can deal with that, because I just make one monster, and I don't have anything that's immune to, like, targeting. So unless I can... I mean, okay, we could try this. Assuming this doesn't get negated. Which it might. No. Okay. Commence Operation Stall Forever. We're gonna go ahead and advance Ritual Art. Which will let us ritual summon a monster by sending cards, normal monsters, from our deck. Which is why I play these 2 level 6 normal monsters. There's no level 12 normal monsters, unfortunately. But this guy can negate spells, traps, monster effects, and summons, so, like, all the things. And then a neat thing to do with him, you got this Ritual Sanctuary. This one lets you discard any spell to add any ritual spell or ritual monster from your deck to your hand, which is really good. Because not only, okay, Machine Angel's in the graveyard, so if they would destroy this, I can just banish Machine Angel Ritual. And perhaps most importantly, all these spells I can just turn into more fairies. Because in order to negate things, you have to discard a fairy. So he's going to try to do that, and I'm going to be like, nay. Of course, he won't be destroyed. But at least I negate the effect. And then I'll just add another Ultimateness. Yay me. Let's see. And I want to save this just so I can get rid of some stuff. And what I'm actually going to do, even though he'll get to summon out another metal foe, is destroy this. Because I don't want him to be having this. And the thing is, this is, unlike Herald of Perfection, if you don't know, there's a smaller version of this. It just negates spells, traps, and monster effects. This negates special summons, which is important, because if they destroy their things and then try to pendulum summon things back out, I can negate all the summons and destroy them. And actually, we only have one negation for now, so I'm actually going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to get Norden. I'm going to make... I can't target that with anything, but I'm going to make a fucking Fairy Cheer Girl. Because this will let me draw a card, and a lot of my deck is fairy, so hopefully that'll give me one extra negation. Yes, good. All works according to plans. That way I can negate 2 things. So if he tries to use this effect, I negate. If he destroys it and then tries to pendulum summon it back out, then it's perfect because I can negate the summon. We've just got to hope. Because, like, they can't be destroyed while they're on, like... It's a weird quirk of rules. Please destroy Kieran, damn it. I want him to destroy Kieran. Or fuse with it or something. But yeah, it's one of those, like... Its effect is a continuous effect that says it can't be destroyed. But that's only activated while it's on the field. If they try to summon it and I negate the summon, it's not on the field, so then it can be destroyed. Nay? I say thee nay! Of course, this is still a very much losing battle. Because if he can, unless he does that, the thing I said, and, sends this back. Okay, Metal Foes Fusion. Yes, that's good. I hope he fuses with Kieran. Again, we just want him to... We just need to save it so we can get over that special summon. Damn it! This guy's too smart. And now he's got Mithril. A sad state of affairs, to be certain, because this is going to be able to send this back as well. Yup, unfortunately he's just got too many things. And I've got not enough things. Because now he's going to be able to get out Archfiend Eccentric. And just blow this up again. So, there we go. We tried and failed. I'm just going to call it here. I'm not going to let you... not going to let you. I'm not going to make you watch me get destroyed, because that's not really fun, because I'm just going to be sitting here getting attacked over and over again. We'll just go into the next duel. I'll see you there. Alrighty then, here we are, 3rd duel versus DJ Tiny Toons. He's tiny, he's toony. We got all the Cyber Petite Angels. That's never happened before. That's just all, and we're going against magicians. That's going to be a difficult prospect, I tell you what. Especially if he's already going to start out with Magician's Circle. Okay, good, he doesn't have Magician's Circle. What do we do? Well, let's go ahead and activate this. No, I think we got this. Well, we don't got it, but I think we could do some stuff. Let's go ahead. We'll normal summon this. If you'll remember, this will let us grab the things. So we got 6 plus 2. So let's go ahead and grab our 8. Dakini. And then, hopefully that's not an MST. Because we'll need to swap out this Advanced Ritual Art for a Cyber Machine Ritual. Machine Angel Ritual. There we go. And so this one, not particularly that great on its own. It just has like 1800 attack. But, most importantly, if it's tributed for any kind of... I guess it's just... Yeah, if this card is tributed, which ritual summons count as tribute, we're going to get this and this on the field. Use those effects. And we got the chain order on here. We want to do this first and this second. So if they negate anything, they're not negating this. They have to respond. Good old simultaneous effects go on a chain. But when this is tributed, you could add 1 light fairy type monster from your deck to your hand. Which, any light fairy monster, including Honest. And this one is, your opponent must send 1 monster they control to the graveyard. And they only have 1 monster, so Bob's your uncle, there you go. Let's go and give them the 2700. I'm going to summon a Dark Magician. But I have more attack than Dark Magician. I would just take the damage now. Oh, Yeah, I'll kill this. Why not? No, I don't want to use honest. I guess it does piercing? Oh yeah, all the rituals do pierce. So this is pretty good offensive card. It also has this effect during the end phase. I can grab one of my, either a Cyber Angel ritual, or a Cyber Angel from my graveyard, add it back to my hand. So if you can get this and Herald of Ultimateness out, you're like golden, because you're doing piercing, they can't defend against it, and you could discard one every turn, and then you just add it back to your hand. Of course, having the resources to get both of them out is something that rarely happens, but you know, it's there. And unfortunately this has like no defenses whatsoever. I just gotta hope that like they try to destroy it and then use Machine Angel Ritual, but if they're going to banish it, then I'm in some trouble. Which, yes, he's going to banish it. Which means I'm in for some trouble. Rip in peace. Unfortunately, if this was something like that stopped targeting, it would be much, much more effective. Fortunately, I'm still in this. I still got some things I can do. It really depends on what I draw. Any spell can be turned into Machine Angel Ritual. This can summon anything. And how many spells do I have in the graveyard? Because this has an additional effect I haven't really talked about yet. Alright. That's pretty neat. Yeah, so what I can do is get 2 spells in my graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, and then summon it's any number of spells in the graveyard, and then summon a monster from my graveyard whose level is equal to that number. So you can summon this out from the graveyard, and it gets its effect every time it's summoned, so there's my Machine Angel Ritual. And then even though I can only use this effect once per turn, I'm going to go ahead and put this out. Make a frickin' Sky Cavalry. Will Sky Cavalry really help? Yeah, it's just another 2,000 attack point. So we're good. And then I'll go ahead and just make another thing. Another donkey. Daniki. Oh, he can negate that. Well, I always forget that that can do that. Kind of a, let's see. If you control a Dark Magician. Okay, so what I should have done is attacked into that and then done things. A sad state of affairs to be certain. So what I'm going to do for now is just attack this. Nope. Just do 400. Hopefully he can't summon. I don't want to destroy this or put it back in his hand, because then he has a chance to summon it back out again. And next turn I can summon that and get my 3rd Machine Angel Ritual. But after I've used all 3... Well, no, that's the thing about this, is then I can shuffle 2 of them back into the deck to get my Cyber Petite Angel back out. Berry Magician Girl. Okay, so he's playing Cyber Magician... Dark Magician with the Magician Girls. But he already used his normal summon. And targets, okay. Change this card's battle position, summon 1 magician from... Okay, so I don't want to target that for attack. Even though it's got such little attack. I want to get one of these things. Oh, hey. So, let's see. What do we... Vrash is not going to help here. I just want to do maximum damage. So what we're going to do is we're going to get Idaten. Whatever it is. Go ahead and get that Machine Angel Ritual. Last one. Bada bingo. Bada bingo. So, let's see here. Summon this out again. But this time we're going to use Idaten and Cyber Petite Angel. That will give all my ritual monsters 1,000 attack. And again, you want to do this one first so they can't respond to it. Not that he seems to have anything that can respond to it, but still. Alright, he's going to send that to the graveyard. Let's see. So, change this card's battle position, special summon 1 Magician Girl from your deck, except for Berry Magician Girl. Well, this is not destroyed by battle, so I'll use this. Because if I believe the magician girls are all like have the attack of a monster or add attack to the monster or something. And this is, let's see. Let's see, if you could target one, okay, once per turn, this card is targeted for attack, target one magician girl, okay. So yeah, I want to replay the battle, but I'll kill this instead. Because I don't think he has a magician girl in his graveyard. And even if he halves my attack, I'm not destroyed by battle. What? Okay. Oh, just any spellcaster type. Well, fuck. This is an instance where I need spell trap removal, and I don't have spell trap removal. A sad state of affairs, to be certain. It's one of those things, like, I have some spell traps in the side deck, but I don't really use them all that much. I should have read that closer. Too much text. Yep, let's kill that. Fuck it. I've already lost anyway. I'll at least do some damage. Oh, hey. Well, I mean, if he summons one out of the graveyard again, I could do, but... You know what, I'll just show this cool thing. You get all four of those into the graveyard. Summon out Honest. Honest effect, back to the hand. Reuse Honest over and over again. Just discount Honest Warehouse. Okie dokie, here we are, fourth duel versus Helmgart. The Terrible. Sounds like a Viking name. And it looks like we're in for some Herald of Ultimateness shenanigans, because we have no... Oh, never mind. Looks like we're in for nothing. For literally nothing. Yeah, this if you don't know, Manju can search any ritual monster or spell. Oh, he's playing new stuff that I don't understand. How awesome. Doesn't even have the HD card art. Because I don't think this is even out in Japan at the moment. These are like scans taken from posters. Let's see, a spell trap or monster effect. Yep. So if he can send a monster, he can negate and banish. Which means there's nothing I can do. I've already lost. That was quick. Man, these new cards sure are great, I tell you what. They're just... Oh. Does he have a spell in hand? Nope. Send those. There you go. Nay. He doesn't have any more monsters in his hand because he can't negate that. Unfortunately, he has 3 cards. I have 1 card. So I've got to play this very trickily. Gains 1,000. If this card is normal summoned, add 1 Aeon summoning magic. Okay. And I assume I want to negate that, because he could probably get... See, I don't know what he can make, because I don't know these new OCG things. So I think I want to negate that, because he might be able to make something with more than 3,000 attack. Oh, he does have a monster. Oh, well, yep. Good game. Good game. Next duel. Alright, here we are, 5th duel versus Tariq. Or yeah, Tariq. I'm pretty sure that's Tariq. We're gonna go first again. I've switched. I'm only playing TCG decks now. I'm tired. I've had enough. Had enough of these snakes on this plane. I'm gonna grab our Machine Angel Ritual. Because we can. I would rather fight all the ABC decks than have to do with this. Just go ahead and get that Machine Angel Ritual and hope we don't... Okay, there we go. Yep, because those Eidolons, like, I try to look at stuff as it's coming out, but I generally try to wait until at least it's out in Japan yet. I don't think they even have the set that has the Eidolons in it yet. Much less, like, it doesn't have an American announced date or anything. I don't know. I kind of feel like the stuff comes out too early. But I guess people just are constantly clamoring for the next... what's the word I'm thinking there? Clamoring for the next big thing. I had that little Japanese accent there. I turned my L into an R. They were clamoring. But we got our Cyber Petite Angel. We can honest some things. Next turn we can make a big thing. Ooh, Gem Knights. And it's the Gemini Knights. I wonder if he's using the Spark Field. I'd thought about that, using the like Chemicritter stuff in combination with the Gem Knights. Because I might be working on a new Gem Knight deck. Just saying. Let's see. Do I want to use Honest for that? I think I want to use Honest for that. Oh, snap. Just so he has less things, and then next turn I can summon this without having to waste my Herald of Ultimateness. I can give it an extra 1,000 attack. Of course, then I won't be able to use this effect because I'll have no monster on the field. Which kind of sucks. I wonder what he's waiting on. You got something you can use after the, like, in between the damage battle? Oh, okay. Tragoedia. Gotcha. And that'll have what? 1,800? Okay. That's not as much as me! I'm a 2,100 Cyber Petite Angel. It's just a little ball. It's just a little cyber ball. What now? Your move. Hey. That actually works even better. Yeah, so now I do have a thing. It's just a matter, do I want to add another Honest, or do I want to give it an extra 1,000 attack? I think I want to add Honest, just so I have more things I can do. So let's go ahead and get our Dakini. Assuming he doesn't activate... There's that one trap that's been causing me a lot of troubles. I keep forgetting what it's called. It's the newer one. I think it's out in Invasion Vengeance. So I can't complain about it. No, I'm going to complain about it anyway. It's like, say one type of card, either Pendulum, Ritual, Ixie, Synchro. So we'll use this and this. Ho-ho. Again, always first. But yeah, it's like declare one type of card, either Pendulum, Ixie, Synchro, or Fusion, or Ritual. And your opponent cannot summon that monsters of that type this turn, nor can they activate the effects. I think it negates the effects of all types already face up. Ah, Raigeki break. Good thing I have that Machine Angel in the graveyard. Yes. Thank you. And now you have less cards. But it doesn't matter because that's getting sent to the graveyard anyway. A good attempt, to be certain. But you'll be taking 2,700, my friend. But yeah, it's a pretty neat card. I kind of like it because it helps. It helps against pendulums. That's for sure. If they can't summon pendulums from the extra deck, or yeah, I think they just can't special summon pendulum monsters for a turn. The problem is it like disproportionately hurts rituals and fusion monsters, because to use rituals and fusions you have to activate some kind of spell card normally. So it's like with an Ixie summon, like you could put out the two monsters and then activate it, and like okay, well they still have two monsters on the field. With a ritual, it's like, I activate Machine Angel Ritual, they chain the trap, and then my ritual summon just fizzles out because I can't do anything. Good old Benten. Same thing, like you activate Polymerization, then they're like, nope, you can't fusion summon, and there goes your Polymerization. a sad state of affairs. Where it's like, again, with the Synchro and the Ixies, which are arguably more powerful, like, at least your monsters are still on the field. Like, yeah, you can't make your big thing. It kind of stops your play for that turn, but you have some defenses. There are times when I just have this, and then a bunch of these, and no way to get it back. So, if I activate this and it gets negated, then I'm just plumb out of luck. Good old Gem Armadillo. Looks kind of like a question mark, like he's confused about things. He's all hunched over like, I'ma get ya! I'ma get ya! Also, he has like a jetpack. It looks like a jetpack, maybe? These little, like, things. Why does a Gem Armadillo have a jetpack? I guess he can't walk on that little tail thing. I don't know. Some of this artwork I just never really questioned before. Most of it's just monsters standing in place. Like, I understand this one. It's like, no, I break you. I will break you. And actually, in retrospect, given what he has, I probably should have grabbed Manju, but this will do as well. I can just end this now. Can I end it? Yeah, I can end it now. I can get close, certainly. Go ahead and grab a... Yeah, I think I'm just going to grab another one of... No, I need the Machine Angel Ritual. What am I thinking? I need to fusion. So, I'm going to summon Benten, because it has more attack. Plus, if I use a Daten for its thing, then all the ritual monsters gain 1,000 attack and defense. So I'll make this using this. Bada bingo. Everything gets 1,000. Or these two get 1,000. And if this destroys a monster, inflict damage equal to its original defense, so that'll do an extra 500 damage. Oh boy. Yep, and once again we run into the thing like, it seems like I either get decks that win in like one turn and they literally like, they negate my one thing and then they just shut me down completely, there's nothing I can do. Or I get these like more than 40 card decks that are running like this is a -1 inherently. Not a bad card if you have stuff you can use in the graveyard, but it's a bad state of affairs for him normally, like he's not going to be able to outplay me even with my rituals. I mean, unless he's got Raigeki. Well, even if he has Raigeki, I have Machine Angel Ritual. Maybe he has another Trag. We'll do 500, and then 37, and then 300. I don't even need to do the 300. I'll just, yep, it's over. So again, I won't make it you sit here and watch me as I like attack him into a blip. Well, I guess I'm already doing it. It was waiting for a little bit. But anyway, I'll see you in the 6th duel. Okay, here we are, 6th duel versus Shaft, which is an old exploitation. I think it was a show, maybe a movie. I don't know. I've seen more parodies of it. I've never actually seen actual Shaft. We're going to go ahead and do this, and we'll get our Machine Angel Ritual. So we could potentially make this next turn. Hopefully I can use my other one. Maybe he won't OTK me. I'll have an opportunity, a shot, a spaghetti. Of course, if I get another spell card, I can always use Ritual Angel Sanctuary to get there. We'll see. We got 11 card extra deck situation, which I think I've been rather clear on my feelings about that. Oh, nice. Benten. Let's see. Yep. Gonna go ahead and do the things. Let's go ahead and get Vrash the Stampede. Just for extra addedness. Just in case we need it. We don't need it yet, but we could need it. Yeah, and we're gonna summon this. And we're actually going to use Honest as the material. Yeah, this always first, just because we're going to add another Honest. Ugh! Another Honest. So we still got one. Plus we've got this, we can add more things. He's got to send that to the graveyard. Let's just do a crap ton of damage. multiples of damage. Of course, he's playing Dragunities, which means he could make a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Or no, Clear Wing. Which one's the big one? I forget. Let's see. And what do I want to get? I was going to get Fairy Cheer Girl and just draw. But if he's going to make that, I think I want to make an Ixie that can actually do some stuff. Maybe like, could make Utopia the Lightning. I don't want to save that. What's this? He's got 2,000. Yeah, we'll go ahead and make Heartland Draco. Why not? And then we'll activate this. Because while I control a face-up field card, he cannot be targeted for attacks. So he's not going to be able to attack it with his thing. Oh, Neos. I guess it's supposed to be Oh Nose, but he spelled it wrong. But it's a Yu-Gi-Oh joke, so it's okay. So he can't attack this he can't attack this. It can attack him directly twice. So I could do up to 4,000, even if he gets his... Well, no, if he gets Crystal Wing, then he can negate my effects. But I could stall for forever. Forever. Yep. Good old Crystal Wing forever. Forever Wing. And that can negate my Honest, too, which is honestly going to be a little bit difficult. Why are you setting things now? I mean, it's not like I could do anything, but, you know. It's there. All my assault modes are gone. Such a sad state of affairs. That's what happens when you use the Pot of Desires. I have to do this a new way. Yeah, you just make Crystal Wing. Unless he didn't plan for it. Yeah. You're still in pretty good position. I mean, you can negate... You can gain attack, you can negate a monster effect. No, I'm not going to use that. I am going to banish that, though. Because I ain't having that shit. Okay. Benten, okay, that'll do. Do I win? You can negate my shit, bro. And then you gain that much attack. Okay, now it's a good game, unless he's got some kind of Mirror Force thing. So I'll get 77. Ah, what? Ah! Well, I done goofed on that regard. I thought he could only use one of those effects per turn. Yeah, I thought it was once per turn, you could do that or do that. I guess it's both. Yep, I should have just summoned this out. And then I could have destroyed it, inflicted 1,000, and then attacked him. I had the ability to win, I just got too cocky with that, honest. Too cocky. A sad state of affairs. Alright, here we are, 7th duel versus Vladimir. Putin? Is that you, Putin? Or are you Putin me on? Oh, I'm an idiot. Let's see. Got a decent hand. Anytime we get 2 of these, pretty good. This is nice. Like I've been trying to use less terraformings, because I use that a lot. But with this one, it's great because any spell card you get additional, you could just discard it to get a ritual monster or ritual spell. Of course, I'm leaving myself kinda open. Of course, it looks like he's playing a slower deck. Massager of Peace. And I have no spell trap removal. Great. Fan-toodly. Well, I can attack with Honest. Let's try that. Let's give him the old Honest attack. What you think about that? Yay. Then we'll bring that back. And then I'll have to reevaluate things, because this is going to be a little bit tricky. Do I want to... Yeah, I think for now we're going to go ahead, activate that. Get rid of this. It's 1500. Let's go ahead and take Advanced Ritual Art. We can discard it for something else. We can always use it to summon Idaten. Or Idaten. But I might want to get out Ultimateness. Just so I can negate his things that he's doing. Cyber Valley. A sad state of affairs. Fortunately, I can get rid of that. Yep. Okay, so forget it. Let's just get Cyber Angel Ritual. We'll go ahead and activate Cyber Angel Ritual. Summon this by using both of these. A little bit overkill, but I'll add one back next turn. And then, of course, we want to do this first. So we'll get rid of that. He won't be able to draw a card. Oh, he's playing in an Exodia deck. Well, doesn't that just justify my rage? Let's go ahead. Another 1100. Fucking Exodia. Come back, Honest. You've done enough. Ugh, this is gonna be a longin'. I don't like stall decks. And he won by effect of Exodia. What a thrilling and interesting duel that you missed. So many things happened. It was quite exciting. See you guys in the next duel. Alright, here we are, 8th duel versus Astotsketsu or something. I don't know, man. And I can't do much of anything. Let's go ahead and pass on to the next turn. What can you do, good sir? Will you summon Exodia as well? Are you just playing Burning Abyss? What sort of mysteries do you hold? Yeah, looks like Burning Abyss. Yep, good old Dante. I think I can beat this, though, actually. We'll see. It depends how good his mills are. Or if he's just Burning Abyss. No, he's Infernoid Burning Abyss. A sad state of affairs. If he could summon that out along with a bunch of other stuff, I could be taking a whole bunch of damage. Of course, I got this with Honest, which is pretty nice. But what I really need is Vrash. I could get Vrash and just be like 2,000 damage, and then oh wait, did he get 3 Infernoids? No, oh, he has them in his hand. Well, good game. Good game. Okie dokie, here, good with that 8th duel. There's, we have things with the L Tower. We got, cards. Going with the hands. You know, playing good old duels. Oh, boy. We got 2 of these, Gaiukum and Megamees. Got Regeki. Going second, so we won't get immediately killed, but I mean, this makes it so we can't really use our advanced ritual art. It's one of those bricks, and we're playing against this mill everything nonsense with the fairy tale snow and the other things. Okay, so he got an Omega. He got these 2. I think I could just Raigeki, but I think I'm gonna roll the bones with this one. We'll just go ahead and get the Manju. We'll go ahead and add that Machine Angel Ritual. And get out Vrash the Stampede. I know it says Vishnu up there, but it's not really Vishnu. Not in America. In America it's just Vrash. I like the Vishnu more. That's why I'm Techno Krishna. Comment in the comments if you know the references. So let's just go ahead and do that. And we'll get out Vrash. And we'll tribute these two in our hand, because I want a ritual to be in the graveyard. We'll blow up all things, because that'll be neat. People like that. And I'll do 2,000, then I can attack twice. So assuming he's got no sort of hand traps, I may have just won right there. Just right there. Bada bingo. Of course, he gets that effect, he can blow up cards. But I can negate it by putting that ritual monster back into the grave. So mill the top 3 cards. Were there any kind of things? Banish, yeah, I'll banish that instead. I guess he gets to decide later on. There's one attack. Unless he milled like an electromagnetic turtle again. I'm not going to be a fan of that. That happened one time. I didn't like it. Well, isn't that just a rusty spork of intrigue? I still got my Raigeki. So there's that. I could have, but he happened to mill this thing that's good for him. Of course, he milled half of his deck, so I guess I can't really be like, oh, I saw luck. Even though it is mostly just luck. Because he also milled a bunch of stuff that he didn't want. Oh, he's going to put electromagnet? Oh, okay. No, he's going to get rid of my Raigeki. He just wants to clear the field for some reason. That's fine. Judgment Dragon? Okay. I'm not going to allow you to do that. Fuck you. No destroying things on my watch. Nay. Which has ultimateness on it, because that's what I thought would be negating things. But it's not. Instead, it's Vrash the Stampede. Stampeding his way through freedom. Maybe he has another one. I can't stop it again. I only had the one ritual monster in my graveyard. No, he's got... okay. For a second, I thought it was going to be frickin' Blackluster Soldier. I mean, he's still got... I mean, there's 101. Like, I've lost. There's very little I could do. Unfortunately, you just gotta kind of use all your cards. Unless you get Ultimateness. A sad state. Well, I mean, I guess that's better. If he had made 101, he could have taken this and attacked this. As it stands, he's only going to be able to get rid of one. So maybe I can make a rank 4 of my own, perhaps. That would be neat. If I happen to get another Manju. It's the only, like, level 4 I have. Otherwise, pretty much anything else, like if I get a ritual monster or a spell, I'm not going to be able to do anything. If I get Cyber Angel, Petite Angel, I'm not going to be able to do anything. But, you know, that's what happens when you play inefficient rituals. Yep. I got a ritual, which means I can't do anything. I can move this into defense and stall. And we'll see. We'll be back. We'll either be back at the next duel, or we'll be back when I happen to get something that can get over this. Seems unlikely, but it's possible. Oh hey, I got my Raigeki back. I forgot I had that. If he doesn't banish that again, I could destroy all his things. Nope. Not even gonna get a chance. Next duel. Okie dokie, yes, I think this is the last one. I think we got it. We just gotta go, Gondor. You know, we're having fun. Comment in the comments if you're having fun. I'm certainly, I'm having something. Possibly a heart attack? No, nothing that serious. Okay, so we're gonna do a thing. We're gonna go ahead and use Cyber Petite Angel. Unless it gets Effect Veilered again. Okay, good. We're gonna get our Machine Angel Ritual. We're not gonna summon our Machine Angels, though. We're gonna do other stuff. We're gonna go ahead and activate this. Good old marriage proposal thing. Why not? It's a sanctuary. And we're gonna discard that. And get a, whatchamacallit? Advanced Ritual Art. And then we're going to start off with this deck's other idea, which is to get out first turn Herald of Ultimateness. Just go ahead and send to... Okay. You'll replace that Max C with exactly one other card. There we go. So, Dewey has what it takes to negate all the things, possibly. He's going to have 6 cards. We can negate 2 of them. But a lot of times, unless you got like Raigeki, it's going to take multiple cards to get rid of something this big. So hopefully if we play conservatively, if we just discard when we very need it, we'll be good. And we'll be able to build up more things. I've got how many spells? Just the 2 in the graveyard. And he's already starting off with an inherent minus. Of course, if he's playing like an Exodia deck, maybe in for some trouble. Now he's only got 5 cards. And that trap might be able to... The big thing is if he's got Solemn Strike. Okay, so since this is a battle of trying to get cards, I'm just gonna know. Because I'm wasting 1 card to stop him from getting 2 cards, essentially. So now he has less things he can do. And I have more things I can do. What is this? Okay. Good. So I'm going to normal summon this. Whatever this trap is, I can negate it because I got one other one. And this will let me grab another Cyber Angel anyway, or another Herald of Ultimateness. So I've still got my 2 negations, but now I've got monsters on the field that can actually attack. I'm going to keep this in attack mode because I want him to destroy it so I can summon it again. Using the Ritual Sanctuary, I could send the 2 spells back, get this back out, and then add another Cyber Angel. Battle Fader. You know what? Go ahead. It's 1 less card for me to worry about. I'll kill it anyway. Kill it in half. Oh wait, no, I can't. I forgot that negates the bat. I should have remembered that. But I'm pretty much upside down right now. I'm not sure if you've noticed. I've gone past tilt, and I'm just hanging by my ankles from the ceiling like some sort of weird bat. I'm bat tilt. That's a new thing. You have to spread it around. Hashtag bat tilt. Bat tilt. Yeah. Oh hey, instant fusion. That's pretty neat. But instead, I'm just going to get rid of it and get another fairy. Because fairies are cool. Benten's a fairy. Don't tell him I said that, though. Not this Benten. There's a cartoon called Benten. Comment in the comments if you've ever watched Benten. I thought it was pretty neat. At least the first show, and then they made like a million other shows. And then they like rebooted it, which is weird because it's weird to see a reboot like within 10 years of the original. It feels like it's only been 10 years. Kind of like, that show's still like fairly new. Why would you reboot it? Why not continue with the storyline? Have like Son of Ben 10 or something. I'd watch that. Didn't they go into the future and there was something like that? I don't know. Either way, we're starting to get some damage. We've got built up things. We've got 3 cards to his 5. Which again, if he's got more stally cards, a lot of them are not going to help him as much. We're at the point now where we can afford to negate things just to make him angry. And it looks like he's playing a lot of stall. I'm gonna be like this. This is gonna be the slowest Exodia deck, and it's gonna be a sad state of affairs. He's never going to destroy this Cyber Petite Angel. And then what will I do for food? Answer me that, comments. How will I get food without Cyber Petite Angel? Actually, don't answer that, because it's a stupid question. At this point, I'm just rambling mad. Not like angry mad. I don't get angry very often. I'm just sort of like, eh. It's one of those things like in real life, if I was on a losing streak of this magnitude, I would just stop playing for a little bit and go take a break or something, but I can't afford to do that. I gotta see it through. I gotta play all 10 duels, win or lose, you know. Looking down, I got X's marked for how many losses. There's a whole bunch of them. And I'm sure there are Cyber Angel fans who are going to point out that I didn't do the best build, but I had to work this into here. And like I said, I think, I'm not sure if I mentioned at the beginning, I made another version of this deck that was just like Herald of Ultimateness Turbo, and that worked surprisingly well. Like, I could just get Herald of Ultimateness out, roughly like 75% of the time, like first turn. It's just one of those things, like, it didn't really have a win condition. It was pretty much Herald of Ultimateness, and then I poked with Manju for game, and just stopped them from doing anything. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't work. But we're gonna go ahead. He's not doing much, so I'm gonna go ahead and play the. I'm gonna do the thing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we can waste minimal resources here. Get this out and just use these 3. Of course, he has nothing to destroy. But now every time I discard one of these, I can get one back at the end phase. Which is pretty neat. Wabaku? No. You're not allowed. Not on my watch. You're taking that damage. Or you're wasting another card. I think he's just taking the damage, yep. But can he summon something? Nope. Normally, how many of these other... I got 1, 2, okay. So during the end phase, I can add one back. Thank you. And I want to keep the one Machine Angel ritual there, just in case he gets a Raigeki. I don't even have to waste ultimateness on that. I can just discard it. So hopefully, I think we've got this. We've got at least 3 wins. We're not the worst deck. Okay, go ahead and deck thin. That's fine. Mausoleum of the Emperor. Okay. The question is, can he tribute something? Should I even allow him? I don't think I should. I don't think I should allow him to tribute summon stuff, because he might be able to get something over this, and then how am I going to attack him? I said no. Because at least one of those, unless he's just baiting it out. If he's got a third one, I'm going to let him use it, because I got to use it for whatever's left. I assume this is like one of those old school Monarch decks. Yeah, and I'm going to let him use that, because if I only got 1 left, I've got to use it on something that can attack over things. Oh, hey, Honest. Pretty neat. And he surrendered. Good. Good, I'm glad. We at least got 3 wins on there. Wasn't the best showing, but I showed the Herald of Ultimateness. I showed what they could do. You know, I'll save that for the end screen. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Cyber Angel Ultimateness. Didn't have the best showing. Once again, I haven't had a string of good luck with these last couple decks, but like I said, I showed what it can do. You saw what Herald of Ultimateness can do if you can get him out first turn, how you can recycle things. You saw what the Cyber Angels can do on their own, the power of them. They're a little bricky at the moment, mostly just because if you you have to play a lot of rituals in order to make them work, but they can't search the way Necros did. You can't, like, get rid of them to search things. So sometimes you can get all these, sometimes you only get one of your rituals, and if that gets negated, you're just out. You're doomed. But it's a pretty neat deck overall, and they've got some more support coming out, so maybe they'll be better in the future. Next week, I'll be look back at Gem Knights, hopefully, if I can get them to work. Let's hope for a better showing than this week. Until then, good luck, have fun.